So now we're here back with our victory scene, and I am using the no user normal for this tutorial because I don't have any normal maps baked for this, so it won't load any normal map, custom normal map per object. And we're going to talk a little bit about our transforms. So first we have scale, the word SCL. If we change the scale with the normal word with the normal SCL, we give it a number and it will change the scale of the map. So let me just run it with my debugger here, and now we have the cube. So the cube changed the scale, and we can see that if I put it at 0.2, it will change the scale, and you can check the actual scale of the object here. You can see change the scale in the 3 axis. Now there's a word that lets you change the scale per axis, which is named scale 3, and it takes 3 numbers before the word. So let's just run this word, and you can see I put 0.1, 0.1 x, 0.5, 0.5 in y, and 1 in z. So you can see it's stretchy, so you can use it to generate streaks and such effects. Now moving on, the same concept applies for our rotation and our position. So let's go with our rotation. So let me just drop a debugger here, and it says I am selecting the spheres, so I am here in the spheres. Now I think this is a quirk of Blender, but you have to be very careful with your rotations, mainly because it will generate this kind of streaks. So let's see, it generates these kinds of streaks when it's rotating. I think this is maybe an EV bug, so you have to be very careful. I think one thing that ameliorates this problem is just using a rotation in just one axis. So let me show you. With the word deg3, that means degrees, we pass a degree per x, y, and z. So let me run it, and you can see that it's a bit rotated and the artifacts are not as noticeable, but still it's not the proper rotation. But if we look at like this here, we can see that it's rotating properly. It's just that it's generating artifacts. So I think a future version of Blender will fix this problem. Same with this. I think it may have to do with the triplanar projection. So let me just run this again. And okay. And now the final part, it's our position, which you may notice it's pretty much the same concept, except this time the word is the word pos, so it means position for all 3. And this is very good for breaking the repeating patterns in textures. So let me see. It says 1.5 position, so we have 1.5 in x, in y, and in z. So we can change the position, and we can see that it changes properly how it should be. Same thing with the word pos3, which takes 3 arguments, and if we run it, we can see that it really breaks up any repetition we may find in our texture, mainly because we are rotating each plane individually. And that is pretty much for the translation, for the transform part of the neotex tutorial. It's very simple, but it's a very handy trick because it works with anything that you have selected, so you don't have to go each object or each texture and just start twiddling around your position and your locations. You can just do one for all. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you in the next tutorial.